It is showtime. Let me come over here. Let's see, right here. There we go. Because we're not going to be. Oh, what the heck did that just do? Flipped right back. There we go again. Okay. We're really going to be over here when we get going here. Let me move that over to that monitor there. All right. And let me move the mouse and this sucker over here. We've been having a good time in the shop today. Woohoo! Let's see. Let me change the camera to down here where I am. We spent about 3 hours together earlier in the day. Let's see. Where's the camera on this big thing here? Let's come down to eMeet. There we go. We're down here. Here we go. Let me clean up the mess here. I scrambled to get these done for the junior pen. There's the junior bushings right there. That's pretty exciting. Let me come over here where I am. There we go. All right. And then we're going to get rid of this trash here. This is from mixing up the epoxy for the pen, the blanks. And here's the epoxy. I just picked up some of this. I usually use BSI, which is Bob Smith Industries, but this was a little cheaper when you buy more of it. Usually you get 4 ounces of each, and now you get 8 ounces, or 4 ounces of each and 8 ounces total. Most times you get the littler bottles here, 2-ounce bottle where you get a 4-ounce kit. So that was just a little cheaper. All right, let's put those out of the way. What do we got here? Da Vinci bushings. That's going to be right here. I'm going to put those away. I did remake this blank right here, which we'll put right there. That is for the pen that we screwed up this morning. Let's say hello to everybody. Hello, Larry. Trudy says, hi, peeps. Let's just stop right there. Wait a minute. I don't have anything before that, but he says, not yet, Joe. Ah, interesting. Then Trudy says, hey, peeps. Larry's back at you. Back at you, Larry. And there's Joe. I knew she was hiding in here somewhere. Starla's in the house. Hello, Starla. Let's see. Ann is in the house. Hello, Ann. Good to see you here. And there's Joe. And here they are. Almost on time. Let's see. And we got Cindy Bennett in the house. Hello, Cindy. And let's see. I was driving and lost the signal, so missed most of the afternoon podcast. You know, we were just turning pens, Joe, shooting the breeze. Larry was educating me about a number of things, and I always appreciate that. I haven't enacted anything yet, but I learned a little bit. I love these tweezers. These are so cool. A little sticky up there, I think. Yeah, they're sticking together a little bit. Okay. And then we got the box of wax here, which we use to close up the ends of the blanks when we're doing them. Little mixing tray. Hey, Larry, I got this with this Starbond kit here. Does the epoxy stick to plastic? I wouldn't think they would give you this unless you could pop it right out of here, right? And they give you 2 mixing trays. Very cute. Haven't used them yet, but we'll see how that goes. By the way, does anybody out there know anything about pearls? Let's see. What's the difference between JR and SR? I don't know. I don't even know if there is an SR, but they call these the Junior Abraham, the Junior Gentleman, the Junior Jehoshaphat. I'm not sure what it is. You know, Larry, I've heard that, but I can't verify it anywhere. The only place I've heard it from was Eric Enstrom, who was selling the pens. I don't know if that's hype to get you to buy the pens or if it's true. So here's the Da Vinci ones right there. We'll put those back here in the bucket. They go in here. This looks like one of your kitting up kind of deals there, but it's not. It's for these guys here. And then I put this in here there. put all of these are all our bushings for making pens. That's one box. I've got two others. Let's see. We haven't turned these yet. These are the ebonites, and man, this was a fat one. Look at that sucker. I couldn't believe how big that was. It is 12 and a half or half inch, 12 and a half millimeters. Where is my little brush? I got to go over here and get my brush. Okay, we're going to put these together. Then we're going to turn the junior. And then we're going to turn some more pens. And you know, Larry, the tube they gave me for this thing here isn't even long enough to be all the way to the end of the blank, which is really weird. Got a little epoxy buildup there. But I don't understand why they would give you such a short blank. I mean, a short tube. Interesting. I got it on this end nice, but on this end here, it's about 1/8 of an inch short. Yeah, I heard a couple of people say too, but I can't verify it with the company. I even sent them an email. No response. Okay, let's get serious here. We're going to put this stuff over here right now. But I ordered 3 of these kits just in case. And I guess, you know, they're going to be floating around there for a while, even if Dayacom isn't going to be in business any longer. And by the way, they are considered to be one of the best pen kit makers out there. All right, let me get back over here. Yeah, so we will, I got to put this one in there too. We will put these in here because we're now going to assemble lots of pens. And now we have lots of pens to assemble. Those are these right here. The Legacy European bushings are going to come off of this right here when we get to that point. So as we set ourselves up here, we got a lot of pen kits. We got a lot of blanks. We got to get a little bit of cleaning done. Oh. Let's see. There's that there. We'll put a little alcohol on this. Great value. Equate. Can't go wrong, right? All right. And then we will get my favorite tray out to put all the pieces and parts in. We'll move that away. We're definitely going to need to clean them. We use the brush to clean out the middle. We use this to clean out the ends. Then we get a nice clean blank. So let's first start off with this one here. Yep, that's why we do it, because it's got a little bit of yuck. There's that one right there. And that is going to be for our, let's see, there's the European. That is Da Vinci right there. That is Da Vinci right there. Do, 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 do. Okay, we'll put that right there. We're going to need this toy right here. This is going to help press together these little guys. Seems like it's getting a little bit junk built up on there. Probably needs a little bit of Earl. Let's get a little bit of Earl. Happen to have my handy bottle of, guess what? 3 in 1. We just need just a drop. Here we go. Oh, that made all the difference. Here we go. Just exercise that up. I guess it had a lot of soot buildup on the inside of there. Let me get a paper towel. We'll wipe that off, clean it again. Or wipe it off, which is cleaning it, and then we will lubricate it again. I probably got to put a little bit of Vaseline on there because that way it wouldn't run away. It would just stay with air. There we go. Got to maintain your tools, right? Oh, there we go. That's nice and smooth now. And it's all cleaned up. Beautiful. Very nice. Love it when a plan comes together. All righty. Okay, let's get busy now. Got all the pieces and parts. Let's see. Like the Majestic pen and the Majestic Junior. Yeah, I've seen those, and those are different. I don't think the Majestic Junior is related unless Diacom was copying it or they were copying Diacom or whatever. I'm not sure. I am not the master of pen kits. I'm just the assembler of pen kits. This is a really nice looking pen, by the way. I do like Wood Turning Store because they offer the same type of pens, but just a little different twist on it. And I think that's pretty cool. All right, that's all trash over there. There's our blank. There's our pen. And the way this goes together is this goes on one end. So we just cleaned that up real nice. That doesn't look very clean, though. Needs a little more clean. There we go. Yep, looks really good and clean in the inside. So one of these is going to go on the end like that. So we will pull all those back, put that together on there, put that in there, keep that nice lined up, and boom, it is on there. All right, now this one goes on the other end, but it has a little ring that goes on it. You got to remember that. If not, you're going to have to take the pen apart and put it together again. And that ain't no fun. There we go. And I believe that let me go look at the instructions real quick. Here we are, DaVinci. Here, I even share these with you guys so you can see what I'm looking at. Share screen, DaVinci pen kit. So what I'm looking at here is, see, we got the trim ring. Oh, so this, okay, so we gotta take the ring off first. Put the clip on right there. Let me stop sharing that so you guys can see more. So you put the clip on, and then you put the retaining ring on, or whatever you want to call that ring there. That gives it, oh, I see. It gives it a nice stack look because the clip, this clip becomes one of those lines in there and makes it look sort of double. See how that looks there? So you got that one, you got the two silvers with the black in the middle. And then you slide this retaining ring on, and it looks like it was all put together. Look at that. Cool, huh? And this goes on this end, right like that. And we will squeeze all that together. Oops, got to put these little pushers in there. There we go. Beautiful. That is tight. That's a nice looking pen. And then we take this and we put it on there. Let's take the little, there's a little ball that comes on there. You can see that little ball. It's a little plastic tip that protects the ink from drying out. And then I always do it like this, because if you take it like this and put it down in, the spring drops off and gets to the side. So we just do it like that, feed it all the way up in there. We're going to take that off of there. I think that goes in the other way. Oh, see that? It came off anyway. It went sideways. Isn't that weird? I don't know how the heck it does that. I had that on there the whole way, and it just, you even try to not screw it up, and you screw it up. Isn't that crazy? And this goes in there. And then once we get that seated, we're going to exercise that pen a few times. There we go. Looking beautiful, looking beautiful. And the reason we exercise it is the first couple of times, the ballpoint doesn't fully retract and just stays there up at the edge till you sort of get it all worked in there. So we'll just do that a number of times like that. And that is a gorgeous pen. I love this one. This is nice. Good looking blank. That's pretty cool. I like those designs down there on the bottom. The Sierra and the Gatsby have just a big solid piece there. So those look really cool. All right. Let's take this out of here. Let's put this right in there. So there's pen number 1. The rest of all these are cigars, and we can almost put cigars together with our eyes closed. All right, so that's going to be the last one we're going to do there. This is going to be the Emerald Green Resin Terrazzo series. So this is the emerald green there, both sides of that there. You know, April, where's April at? Was she not feeling well last time she was here? I haven't seen her for a while. Okay, so this one here is white, black, blue, and gold. This one here is Blurple Sea Green Cocoon Resin. I'm looking for another one of those Terrazzos here. Legacy Cigar, brown with blues. Brown with blues. I'm not sure. You know what? Maybe this is the emerald green over here. I think that's the emerald green. Here we go. All right, we'll put that back over there. All right, that was fun. Yeah, those are very nice pens. All right, we have done a lot of these guys here. All right, so first thing we do is we clean them off. Clean that out there. Beautiful. Okay. That looks nice. All right, those are clean. Let's unpack all the little pieces. Hey, Monica, how we doing? It's amazing how many little Ziploc baggies these guys use. It is remarkable. Hey, Carol, good to see you. Got to get my notes out of the way of everybody in here. Yeah, I'll tell you, Joe, that other pen, that was really pretty. Okay, these, again, this should be our tip on that end. So let me just look again. See, one of these is taller than the other. And let me look at this. The upper tube is the short tube. So this one is the upper tube. This one is the lower tube. Can't get that wrong, I'm telling you. All right, we're going to put this on there just fine. Slides right on like it was made for it. Then this is going to go on the top. Let's see, this one here goes on the bottom. So we unscrew this center band here, and we stick that right in there. By the way, this is the funnest part of making ink pens. Put it together after all the work that we did. All right, that's going to lay down right there. We're going to take this. That thing is way up against there. There we go. Pull that out so that it rests on that little bump right there. You get much more springiness. There we go. We do need to take that little rubber tip off. It'll work better if you do. That one is coming apart while I'm taking it apart. Or coming, the little rubber tip is coming apart. It's like not coming off in one little ball like it normally does. There we go. I've never seen one come off like that. Usually they just pop right off. And the kicker is I don't want a piece left on the top of there because that will keep it from writing smoothly. There we go. Got just a little bit left on there. What the heck? There we go. There we go. All right. Then we take this part here and we screw that down onto there. Then we exercise this a lot. Really give it a lot of exercising. Me, I like the lighter colors on a darker pen kit. Nice, Larry. Yeah. And that's why we make so many different pens, because you never know what somebody is going to like. Everybody likes something a little different. There we go. That is nice and seated. Now this one's pretty easy. We take this right here, place it on there. And then I look at this and see, what do I want to see? Because when you're writing, the pen clip is normally up and you're sort of looking at the side and think, I think I'd like to see that little piece of wood right there. Beautiful. Very nice. And then we'll take this, we'll slide it right down on there. And there's the pen. This is their terrazzo line. It's little pieces of wood in the resin. And reflecting off that brass tube, you can see lots of light, which is really cool. Boy, that thing exercises so nicely. That thing is smooth. That's a good pen kit. All right, now we're going to do that again, because here's the other terrazzo one. A similar kit, but it has a matte gold finish on it rather than a shiny gold finish. That's interesting. Carrie's got the eyeball, I'll tell you. I don't. I'd match anything with anything. Okay. And is this thing free? No, it's all the way down against that thing. I don't know why they do that. Weird. Okay. Let me get those things out. Let me take the tip off of here now while we got it out. All right, let's get our blanks over here. Again, the shorter one's the top, so that's the cap. That's the bottom. Let's clean them off. All right, there is the top. See all that junk that comes off that pen? Crazy. Okay, we're going to measure them again. Again, the shorter ones, somebody thinks Google was talking to them. So now we'll take this, put it on there. I really like that matte gold finish. I've never seen that pen before. It's pretty cool looking. I like that. Look at that matte gold. That matte gold as compared to the shiny gold. That's pretty cool. Very nice. Still got a little piece of, okay, it's gone. Put that in there. Put that in there. Beautiful. Put the actuator on. Hi, Tim. All my blanks have arrived. I want to have 2 DP pens made and a pen and pencil set made. How do I go forward, and where should I go see what pen and pencil designs you have? Oh, that's fantastic. Congratulations first on getting your blanks. Did they arrive to you or did they arrive to us? If they arrive to us, Carrie will go through the process. Carol likes matte or brushed gold too. You know, Carol, I didn't know till just now that I did too. I'm not sure if I've ever noticed it, but I definitely love that color, or that finish, I should say. I might order a couple of those just for me. That's pretty cool. All right, here we go. For the pen and pencil sets, if you want them to match, there aren't a lot of pen and pencil sets, but we can definitely show you what is out there. There's a lot of pen sets and there's a couple of pencil sets, but there is not a lot of matching pen and pencil sets. But there are some, and they look great. There it is. Man, I like the actuation of this. Look at that. Is that cool? Look at all that little chunks of wood. Let me get that focus there. There we go. It actually looks like scrap wood that they put in resin, but it looks fabulous. And there is that matte gold finish. How do I get, there we go. It should be focused now. Look at that. That is nice. That thing actuates very nicely. And you can see them down here, how one is really shiny and one is a bit more matte. Okay. Hope Denise is okay. I haven't seen Denise for a while. And April. Those are 2 regulars that are here all the time. Even if they're working and lurking or whipping and lurking or whatever they call it, whipping and chatting. Okay, this one here. Oh, this is a brushed. Oh, no, this is just chrome, straight up chrome. Yeah, straight up chrome, not brushed chrome. Although brushed chrome may look really cool. This is going with the Blurple. Let's see, white, black, rose red, Blurple, sea green, and cocoon. Oh, white. That must be this one here. White, black, rose red. Yeah, there's a rose red in there. Blurple and sea green. That's it. Is that sea green right there? Tell me, is that sea green, Joe? I wiped my fingerprints off of there. They arrived to me and I screenshot your new address so I know where to send them, but I need to order and purchase the pen and pencil guts. You can do that and send them to us if you find one you like, or we can get them for you. We're pretty easy that way. If we get them for you, you'll pay an extra $1 or $2 for the shipping and all that kind of stuff. But if you get them, they may all arrive together. But you let us know. So send an email to the email on the bottom of the screen. Tell Carrie you're ready to pull the trigger, and she will go through. She'll probably ask me, hey, send me the pen and pencil sets. But we'll look at them here in a second. Remind me when we're done with these pens, when we'll look at them. We'll look at the pen and pencil sets that are available. And I'll even give you the websites that you can look at them at, and you can, make a decision. You got a few weeks because you figure it's going to be near the end of May that we finally get set up in a new place out there. Okay, here we go. Now we got to get this one and this one here. We got to get, let's see, the short one is the top one. So that one goes here and this one goes here like that. And then we are going to clean them up. Yes, ma'am. That is the best way. That way it all gets documented and we don't get confused. And because, I'm pretty easily confused. I got so much going on. Carrie will say, did you remember this? I said, absolutely not. I don't remember that. Why do you think I would remember that? I got 100 things going on. I can't keep them all straight. Okay, let's clean them out. Forgot what I was doing. Talking too much. Can't think. See how confused I get? So what are you? Chopped liver. I don't know. I don't know, Joe. LOL. Aren't we all, Tim? Yeah, I'm telling you, I am. So, Joe, why are you chopped liver? Did I get confused in the situation, or you're more confused than me, or what? I don't know. I'm lost again. See how that works? Intellectually, I'm very smart, but when it comes to remembering everything, sorry, not my ball of game. Oh, sea green for sure. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. Because Carrie gives great instructions, and when everything's in the bag, I get it, right? But then I separate it, I cut them, I slice them, I dice them, I drill them, I put things in, epoxy. And then when I get to this point over here, I'm like, oh, which one was that? So I have to go really slow and make sure I got the right pen kit with the right pen. Let's stop talking. Let's get rolling here, huh? All right, there's that one there. And then let's get this off of here. And it's just when I got lots of stuff going and I'm not writing it down and all that kind of stuff, then, you know, I look around the place here and I'm going, man, we got so much to pack. Got a lot to do. A lot to do. That is faux sure. So, Joe, why were you chopped liver? Did I miss something you said, Joe, or did I offend you? I don't know what I did. I don't see where I missed something you said unless it didn't get in there. But you are not chopped liver, my dear. You're my favorite crab bowl person. Joe's a sweetheart. Probably like most of you, right? I mean, that's why you're here. We're all just having fun together. We all belong together. We're all good, fun people and all that kind of stuff. But I know that Joe and Carrie have had lunch. I can't even 2, 3, 4 times. I can't remember. First met her, Joe, when we were giving Shay her Shay by the Sea Blank. We all met at the Cheesecake Factory, and Joe ordered the Godiva chocolate thing, and Carrie ordered the Godiva chocolate thing. And I thought, wow, Joe's my kind of girl. And then I ordered something that wasn't chocolate because I like the berries. Doggone it. Sometimes I just can't pick these little things up. There we go. But Joe is a peach. Fabulous individual. And I'm sure she fits in right, or you would all fit in right with her and her crowd. Just having fun, loving life. I think she's got a man that loves her. Second man, but it works. Are you wondering? Oh, no, you were talking about April. But you're here, Joe. You weren't here this afternoon, and we did miss you, but you're here now. I'm talking about the missing regulars. Now she's just busted my chops. I love it. I need my chops busted often. I love it. Okay, let's exercise this here. Yeah, a little stiff. Get it going here. Oh, yeah. Once you get it going back and forth a few times, it's like really gets smooth. It just it's lubricated and stuck in there and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we weren't missing you, Joe, because you are here right now. Oh, here we go. Snap that together. Oh, it's beautiful. What a great pen. Man alive, I like that color. It's like trying to be, what's that thing that simulates the clamshell? I got to read the chat. Hang on. I got instruction. Let's go up here. Let's see. Where was Joe? Hi, Monica. Hey, Carol. First thing I do. That is really pretty. What did I miss? What did I miss, Joe? Oh, my goodness. I'm in trouble now. Hey, Rebecca. Read the chat. What am I supposed to read? I'm not getting it. Nope. You were talking about April and Denise being regulars. Well, everybody's a regular here, but they're all here. And here's our other regular, Rebecca. Rebecca's in and out all the time. Beautiful. Look at that pen. Is that crazy looking or what? That is a beach pen if I have ever seen one. Larry, what's that? Carrie and I have had lunch several times. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. I was even there for the rear end of one time. I had some meetings down there, and Carrie and Joe were together, and let's see, white, black, blue, and gold. White, black, blue, and gold. Is that this one? White, black, blue, and gold? I hope so. Because this one doesn't have sea green, so I know I'm going in the right spot. Yep. Yeah, you guys get along real well. But Carrie gets along with a lot of people. You got to really, really be weird like me to not get along with Carrie. See what I did there? I knew you were teasing me. And I can take it well. Because it is absolutely impossible to offend me. Absolutely impossible. Let's see here. Let's get them roto-rootered out. Nice and shiny down through there. Oh, I need some more alcohol here. There we go. You know, when you're not here, Joey miss you. Sort of like Larry. When Larry was not well, or if he leaves early, we miss Larry. Okay, here's the short one. So that's going to be the top. Got a little extra glue right on the edge here. Don't want that to be part of the thing. There we go. All right, that's the short one. So that goes up there. That goes down there. All right, let's go. Here's our tip. Our point. That one's really tight. The other one wasn't that tight. This one is really tight. Guess it depends on how much plating they put on these that makes them tight or not tight. Imagine they're all manufactured the same. I already figured it out. What, that I'm an idiot? Yeah. Yeah, pretty evident every morning when I get up. I say, what's my name? I have to go look at my ID. Oh, that's right. Let me take this. I got to remember to take these little caps off, because these are the ones from the, oh, that's good. That's off. These little caps are a little rubber stoppers from this company. They seem to be a little stickier. Don't know why. Yeah, Rebecca, I got to go get that Xeno guard, capture him. And I got to wait for a meteor event, and I got to go to where he is the boss at. So it takes a while to get to that guy. So it might be a minute before I make you a saddle. Let's see. Did I do this one? Nope, didn't do this one. You know what's funny, Joe, is we were looking at houses down there in Phoenix. So I can move Carrie and Kevin down there. And moving into Sun City. And this lady says, this is a 55 and over community, also known as a senior citizen community. And I thought to myself, oh, I'm not that old yet. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I'm 65 next month. Shoot, I am a senior citizen. I can't even believe it. I am not that old. No way. All right, this last one here is rose red blurple and dark sea green. Let's hope I got, it's the only one left, so hopefully I got it right. Yeah, I usually get those Xenovators all the time, but I'm glad you got one up there. Comes Kevin. What's up, Kevin? There's Kevin. Oh, here's the matte silver one, Carol. Look at this. Oh, this is gorgeous. All right, I'm down with these matte things, man. These are awesome. Or brushed or whatever it's called. I like those. Man, I like that a lot. Because you can't put fingerprints on it. That's what I love about it. All right, let's get these over here. Hey, Joe, is that a dark sea green right there? If that is a dark sea green, I did good matching the pens. Ha, ha, ha. Not yet, Kev. I am going to do that today. Today is not over. No, I'm not slack. I've been here working all day, man.
I'm working all day too.
Kevin thinks I'm a slacker. You're welcome very much. What is going on here? I got two that are, let's see. Was it busy today, Kev?
Yes.
Nice. Oh, he did 10 miles at Walmart today. 1 and 61/64. That's perfect. So that's the short one. And that's the long one. And that one happens to be, yeah, that's right. Okay. Thought I was losing my marbles there for a second. Okay, there's the long one. That one goes on there. Yeah, look at that brushed silver or brushed chrome or whatever that is. That looks pretty cool. I like it. It looks very space age too. Do 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 do. But anyway, before I couldn't spell senior citizen. Now I are one. Kev's like, yes, you are. Got to take that little thing off there. Yeah, literally dropped in your lap. Yeah, that's pretty good deal. What are they good for, Rebecca? Are they as good as a Jet Ragon? Because I'm about ready to go get me a Jet Ragon. Almost beat him first time. Killed me, though. He killed me. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Ah. This is how you calibrate a pen. See how it's doing now. It was a little long. I don't know if the cartridge was long or what. Let's see here. But when retracted, it wasn't fully back. Ah, much better. Needs about another 101 and 256th of an inch. Never had one before. Ah, that's cool. But that's how you calibrate a pen to make sure it operates perfectly and correctly. Because you want the pen to fully retract when you're done using it. Perfect. That way it doesn't write all over your shirt. See, now you can't write all over your shirt. Exercise it up a little bit. I think I've captured one before, Rebecca. I'm just not sure that I used it. Nope, needs a little bit more. Probably a 256th of an inch. essentially what I'm doing is trimming this off the back there so that it fits perfectly. Ah, that's much better. It's barely, I mean, it's barely in there, but that's exactly what you want. Just enough cover to not be writing all over everything. All right. And I didn't know you'd have to do that to a pen kit till I started putting pen kits together and asking, hey, this thing sticks out too much. How do I fix that? Oh, just do it like this. And they'd send you a little picture video or, you know, something like that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. All right. Beautiful. Oh, that's a nice looking pen. Man, look at that brushed silver with that particular blank. That is cool. I'm digging that brushed silver. That is pretty nifty. All right. Here we go with the European. We're going to take that out. That's going to go there. Take that off, put that there. That off, put that there. And then that's just that's the actual bushing there. So that's a bushing. That's part of the bushing. And that must be part of the bushing because these are spacers there. Those go back on there to help space things out. I got extra one right here. Okay, we'll put that right here. Very nice. Good looking blank. Let's get it cleaned off. All right, now I definitely need to look at the instructions to put this one together, and I happen to have them right over here. Legacy Euro pen. All right, so we got the bottom tube, got that good there. We got a transmission. Where is my kit? Here is my kit. Let's get this open. There we go. And this one is nice, shiny copper. And boy, I would love to see a brushed copper. That would look wild. All right. That's going to go on there. I wonder which way it goes. Or goes this way. There we go. Look how nice that fit. Let me get that up there. So one thing you have to do with this pen is you have to turn the blank like that. So you got to turn the blank and then you got to groove or segment the blank like that. And this goes right on there as part of its center band. Crazy, huh? I have never done one of those before, and we did one today. Now this says, oh, it says to glue that. Why would you glue that? That's weird. That is what it says. Assembling. Now that you did. Yeah. It says use a clamp, but this goes together too easily, so that must have to be glued. Interesting. So that goes in there. This is going to go up there. That's decently tight. It's not bad. Okay, so we'll put that there, put that there. The transmission is going to go there. What drives that pen, though? That's weird. This is a very thin pen because it's a slimline pen. I guess that center band, transmission. Wow. So the transmission It's always a new thing, right? It's definitely got some kind of threading in there. All right, so let's put the tip on. Let's see. Before you put the parts together, lay out your blanks. You recall how the, yep, okay. Press the cap nut onto the upper tube, making sure the recessed end goes in first. Well, that's the only end that could go in, right there. Let's see. If we're going to hold that pen, what do I want to look at? Oh, right there. Look at that chatoyance. That is purty. Purty. Carrie's back. Carrie, Monica's going to get a hold of you. She got her blanks, and she wants some diamond painting pens and a pen and pencil set. So we'll have to go out there and look at the pen and pencil sets. Monica Miller. I don't know. You'd have to ask her that. Oh, that goes in there. That's how that goes. I see. Then screw the cap through the pen clip onto the cap nut. Yeah, it's already put together. That's weird. I don't know why they say that. Well, that goes in there like that.
Is she on the live?
She is on the live, Care.
Monica, I will
I told her to email you.
Okay, and I'll send you the Arizona address, and that's
She's got it.
well. Okay.
Yep, she's way ahead of you and me. She's like organized and everything.
Well, that's good.
Let's see. Press the cap nut onto the upper tube. Got that done. Then screw the cap through the pen clip. I guess that comes off. Oh, I see.
That came out nice.
Yeah, it's real pretty. Real pretty.
I did good job.
Yep. Okay. So then, yeah, so it says press the cap. Okay. Then use a tiny amount.
Sorry.
Use a tiny amount of glue around the tenon. Oh, that's the tenon there. That's this part here. So they want us to glue that on. Oh, this is going to be scary. It's like kindergarten getting glue all over the place. Okay. Yes, I'm very good with that, actually. We're going to use medium glue so it doesn't flow too much. And then we're going to get this. A little tip here. By the way, these brushed metals are absolutely gorgeous. Do they have a brushed copper? We're going to have to go check that out.
Which one?
These here, this brushed gold and this brushed silver.
Which one is that?
Look at that. That one and that one.
Oh, it comes from Legacy.
No, it comes from Wood Turning Store.
Oh, yeah.
They make the Legacy type things, but it's just cigar pen, but I've never seen that metal finish. It's awesome. So Monica says, LOL, I'm all about getting me some Tim and Carrie goods. That's good. Hey, Caroline, welcome in. We're just putting pens together, sister. Okay, now we're going to open this up very carefully here. We're going to put this little tip on here, and we're going to use the smallest amount of glue that we possibly could do. And that's going to go on just like that. So we're going to come in here and and that's why I use these tiny little tips. Okay. Carrie's making a mess.
Wow, it was for the garage sale. Now we got a ship kit.
Oh. So that's going to go on there, and it is the littlest amount of glue. And then we're going to put that on there and twist it. Beautiful. Boom. Now we're going to leave it sit for a minute. We're going to take this back off, throw it away, reseal our glue of superness. Boom. There we go. All right. So, Caroline, what are you up to? Okay, now it says the upper assembly is complete. And hold until the glue dries. Okay, we're just going to wait a few seconds for that. For the lower tube, press the tip into the tapered end using a vise. Yeah, we did that. Okay, so this is also going to need glued, and I just threw away my tip. I'll get another tip. And I don't know why this would need to be glued on. It should be press fit into there, but there's the brass tube they supplied, and there's that there, and this just comes in and out like the pen's going to fall apart. So I think they have a bad supply on their tubes. So we're going to do the exact same scary thing here. We're going to put the glue inside the tube. Boom, just like that. And we're going to take this, and I do that because I don't want to get glue on the outside. All right, we're going to leave that sit for a second. We're going to set this aside just in case we need it again, but I think we'll be okay. So now press the twist mechanism into the other end of the lower tube, brass end first. And that is this here. Oh, I see how that works. Look at this. So this is going to go down into there, and it's got some threads like that. Oh, that is crafty. Look at that. So there's threads on the inside of there, and there's threads right on the inside of this refill. Wow. Okay, so this is going to go into here and press fit in. And it says, let's see, press the twist mechanism into the other end of the brass tube. The step is the most critical part of the assembly. Press the mechanism in slowly until you leave about 3/4 of an inch to 3/16 of an inch of the chrome exposed. Then install the pen. Okay. All right. So that means I got to mark this here. It wants to, this is quite the engineering feat, this particular pen kit. 5/8. Getting close. There's 3/4. So there's 3/4. Says 3/4 to 13/16.
I didn't have anything in my ear.
Okay, so there's 13/16. 25, 30 seconds. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to clamp that down right there. 99 1/28. And we are going to mark that on the end there. So this little brass thing is going to go down in there. So we got to leave that much exposed. So we're going to etch a little line on there. And we're going to take this. We're going to press that in there. Where's my line? There's my line. Let me make sure that's my line. Yep, that is my line right there. So now we're going to put this in here. All right, here we go. Now we're going to press these together just till we get to about that line. There we go. Perfect. That's really interesting. Then we're going to take this and put it in there. Oh, that is beautiful. Look how nicely that is. I think we need just a hair more coming out. No, I think that's pretty good. Wow, that is smooth. That is quite the construction. Diamond painted the Dakota D. That's very nice. Okay, now, so that's it. That is the pen. And we're going to, and it just comes in and out like that. Wow, that is cool. And this thing goes up and down. What a cute little mechanism. And this whole thing goes in and out like that. And it turns with this metal thing right there. Get your cups right there, Kev. You can reuse them. Don't be afraid. And then you push these together. And there is the pen. That was a fun little pen to put together, I'll tell you. Look at that. And then we just exercise it. Boom, there's the pen. Oh, that's beautiful. That is pretty smooth. Dang, I like that. I usually wasn't a slimline fan, but that is gorgeous. That is too cool. There they are. We'll blow all the junk out of there. Man, that is... I'm really loving this slim line. I got to tell you, I never put one of those together before, but that is cool. And now that I understand how it goes together, I know how to better to manufacture it. And here's the brushed and the brushed. I see a brushed copper. That will be amazing. That is, and look how look, they're almost all exactly the same length. Crazy. The Da Vinci's are always shorter though. That is, man, live. That's a good looking set of pens. I didn't pick the blanks. I didn't pick the kits. I just made them and put them together. Carrie and Denise are all about these, man, live. Great eye. And on these two blanks right here, the brass tube is actually showing through the resin. I normally don't like that. I normally would have painted the inside of the blank black. But in this case, this really makes that pen stand out. See that? That was a, man, that was dumb luck right there, I'll tell you. That is beautiful. Dang, that is too cool. Okay, enough of that gawking for a minute there. Let me put these bushings away. These are the Legacy European pens. Thank you, Carol. I would agree with you. And again, I'm just a construction artist. I'm not the matcher upper, and that is 99% of the game right there, matching those up so they look great together. So that's one box of bushings. Then we got another box of bushings, and then we got another box of bushings. Lots of different kind of pens. That is for sure. But man, if you want one of those pens, let's just go to their website here. Let me share this here while we're here. Share the screen. I'm going to share this right here. And then we're going to get rid of all this stuff here and just go to the wood turning store. And then for Monica's consumption, let's go see what they've got here for pen and pencil sets. Let's see. Browse products, pen making, pen and pencil sets. Let's click on there. Let's come down here, pen and pencil. So we've got, let's go see what baseball bat looks like. So that is a pen kit, not a pen and pencil kit. Italian kits, pen, 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 no pencil there. I wonder how you tell which one has got a, here's a junior gentleman, Larry. There we go. Pen, 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 pen. All right, so where's the pencils? Pencil. There we go. So here's a Legacy. Oh, so look at this. That's almost the same type of thing. There's a slim line there. So depending on whether you want a thicker pen or a slimmer pen, looks like the slim line is the thinnest they make. Looking like that right there. And the Pro is a little thicker. So there's a pencil kit right there. So Slimline Pro, that's the thing we need to look for. Copy. So then we'll come back up to here. And then we'll look for that line. So there's a Slimline pencil that we just saw, or pen kit that we just saw. So that would match the pencil. So you can see down here, that is a pen there. The other one we looked at was a pencil. Pro. So here's the pencil here. Here's the Pro pencil. You can see down here on the end how it looks a little different than a pen. And these are temporarily out of stock. That's not good. So all their pencils are temporarily out of stock. That's a bummer. Here's a cigar pencil kit. This is like the one, man, is that out of stock too? Wow. Streamline pencil kit. Got a little bit of action here in the middle. Looks a little different. So that's very interesting. I'm going to grab this right here. We're going to go up to here. Pencil kit for wood turning. Here's a Duraclick EDC. I like these pens here. These are pretty cool. That comes in a pen and pencil set. We've done a few of these. Marion was one that got them. There's the pencil there. And of course, they come in gunmetal, or brass, or gunmetal. Not a big selection. There it is in wood. Oh, was I sharing that one? Oh, I wasn't sharing what I was looking at. Here's the Duraclick EDC. EDC stands for Everyday Carry. We did a couple of college graduates pen and pencil sets like this. Pretty cool. And here's a Duraclick brass. Let's share this one here. We know those are out of stock. Trimline gunmetal. There's a Trimline pen there. Looks a little bit like that other one we saw. That's a pencil kit there. And with that Trimline, they've got it in, there's the pen that goes with it. So you can get yourself a set there. There's the pencil, and then there's the pen. And of course, you just got to choose your blanks, which I think you already did. So they got roll, that's not. So there's one there. Nice looking kit. Those are more in the slimline world. Once they get the, what is this one here? 4 mechanical pencil starter kits. So there's one that looks a little bit like a regular pencil, but it's, it even got the cap up here like a pencil. Got some brushed metals in there. So that's the 4 mechanical pencil starter kit. Don't know if they have a matching pen to that one. Carpenter's pencil kit. Not sure if there's a matching pen to that one. Pretty cool. And again, not a lot of pencil kits, but definitely lots of pen kits. Oh, I was got to share this tab instead. I keep forgetting to hit that button. But there is the ones that look like a pencil. Similar, except we got a cool blank in the middle. And that's the 4 mechanical pencil starter kit. Didn't see a pen kit for that one. Yeah, he's just doing up the pencils there. So when you get closer, Carrie and you can figure that out. Hey, Momo, how we doing? Momo is done. Why are you done? Thumbs up. Oh, thumbs up is done. Thank you, Momo. Appreciate that. Okay. What we were doing, Momo, is putting together these actual ink pens tonight.
Ooh. Bloody brilliance.
The first 5 are cigar pens. The 6th one is a slimline. I forgot the name of it, but very gorgeous pen. And then we've got that one there on the end, which is a Da Vinci. But that's what we're doing. Okay, now what we're going to do next is we're going to turn the Diacom pen and the blanks. We've got a couple of ebonite blanks here, like that. And I've got the pen kit inside here, the bushing kit. It's going to be really obvious which one goes to which because of the size of the blank. Let's get these cleaned out here. Very nice. Momo, what are you up to? Any good? Any bad? Yeah, so those go on there. The big ones go in there. Are they the same size? That's the question. Yeah, they're identical on either end. Cool. There's that there. And we got these guys going in there. Guys, we're just going to turn those and make them happen. Thank you, Momo. Carrie and so Denise got the blanks sent in. Carrie matched those up with a bunch of pen kits that Denise keeps in stock here, and I put them together. And they look amazing. They're some of the better looking pens we've ever done. I mean, they're really cool looking. Okay, so let's go turn these guys here. We're going to turn this big fat one first. And I am going to change the cameras. Kev, change me to the 16 megapixel, would you?
What?
Change me to the 16 megapixel. You know where that is? Yeah, you got it. There we go. All right, let's get the turn. These are ebonite. So these are rubber, vulcanized rubber. All right. Blower is on. We get just a little higher here. Where'd Larry go? Larry's pretty quiet. So, Momo, you're always doing bad? Just watching us in diamond painting? That sounds like you're fabulous to me. I mean, generally, that's pretty much what we're all here for, although we do some little side visits like these cool pens and stuff. All right, that looks pretty good right there. Let's get this finished up. All right, blow her off. Let's get the diaper. Again, we don't have room for the whole diaper. We'll just use the pink parts. There we go. Yes, we did make a few diamond ebonite pens or ebonite diamond painting pens. Again, confusion is easy within the realm. Yeah, I've ordered about 40 sticks of ebonite from India of many different colors. I'll show you a few pens here in just a little bit. And of course, we're going to be making them into fountain pens as well. And this right now, we're actually making into an ink pen. So yeah, we're having some fun. Hey, welcome back, Larry. I didn't even know you left out. Oh, you're at all the blinds thing. That's right. How'd that go? Did you make it without the instructions? Yeah, baby. And I tell you, Momo, the ebonite diamond painting pens feel so amazing in your hands. Both blinds are broken. Oh no, Larry. I have been trying to figure out how to hang blinds without clear. Did you look on the internet, watch a YouTube video? That's what I'd have done. How the heck do you hang these suckers? Oh, that feels good right there. What you oohing, Kev? Carrie is nearby. She's not standing next to me, but she's over in the house. Just text her. She'd probably see it. She's probably packing up stuff we were destashing. Got about 500 kits left. I'd like to get rid of 400 of them in the next 2 weeks so I don't have to pack them. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Excellent, Larry. Excellent. Rebecca, are you still there? Think so. It's okay, Larry. We got the typos. No big deal. We knew exactly what you were talking about. Caroline, we are moving the beginning of May. We'll be out of here by May 13th, I think. 13th, 14th, something like that. 12th, 13th. Can't remember which day, but we'll land in Phoenix on the 15th, 14th, something like that. We're packing as we speak. Well, I'm turning pens right now, but you're very close, Joe. I mean, it's all mixing together. Okay, so that is, you get a little bit on there to get that. Now we're going to dry it off. I got to go buff it. So there's what it looks like. Now I'm going to go buff this because I got to buff it up and then we're going to wax it. Man, as that thing gets shiny. Gee whiz, Batman. Look how shiny that thing is. Whew. Then we're going to get a little bit of Maguire's. Turn it on, slow it down. Sun City, probably a month. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be moving into 15th. I'm sure I won't have it set up for that weekend, but we should be organized eventually. Now, the reason we coat this with wax, took away a little bit of the shine because it's full of wax, but we'll let it dry off because ebonite is rubber. Rubber oxidizes with water, moisture in the air. So we got to protect it. That's what we do. There we go. Oh, that's shiny, baby. Woo, doggy. There we go. So there's the first one. We sort of call it the tiger stripe. It's beige and orange and black, and we'll show that here in a little bit. Then we'll get the other one. You really can't screw up these things because the bearings are only going one side. So if you get part of it right, you're good to go. Yeah, I'm not too young for Sun City because it's 55 and over, and I'm 65 next month. So yeah, we meet the criteria. And you know, it's funny is we're going to be living literally probably 500 yards from where my grandparents lived in Sun City back in the 70s.
Carolyn says, going to have to buy a golf cart.
Heck yeah. Get a golf cart.
We're going to book a tea time at TPC's.
Where the heck did my carving knife go? That's the square one there. The heck did I do with it? Oh, there it is. No, it's back here. I wonder why it's back there. Weird. I guess I did. And I think while I'm in Sun City, till I'm dead, I'm gonna start a handyman business. Go fix stuff for old people who need a hand. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Caroline? I feel too young for Sun City, but I qualify. All right, I think that does pretty good. We're gonna get a little bit off right here. All right, blower off. Let's finish this baby up. Yeah, baby, baby. Do. Again, no room for the big diaper, so we got to use a little diaper. Ha ha ha. Larry says, let's see. Tim, have you tried? Larry, we used it today. Didn't you see it? When we did the wood, I got the paper towel out and we dried them off, and then we used the wax. Absolutely. We use Larry's surfboard wax right here on Roller Derby. You won't be able to start a handyman business. You'll be too busy turning pens. That is true, too. The good thing is right now I'm only at 4 weeks behind. So when I get there, we'll be 8 weeks behind once we get set up again. But we'll quickly get those done, get them out the door, start working on some fountain pens, start a handyman business. Just kidding. We'll do that eventually, but not right away. Beautiful. Could be, Larry. But yeah, we got you covered, baby. Yeah, I'm not going to stop. When you stop, you die. I don't want to die. I want to keep on rolling. And when I die, I want to roll for another couple of years after that. Yeah, you know, Caroline, I was born in Phoenix. St. Joe's, I believe it was. I have to go look it up again. And left there in 1970 and moved back to West Virginia. My mom lives in Sun City West. I used to live at 1149 East Butler Drive, and that was in Sunny Slope at the time. Little section of Phoenix there. Probably a mile and a half from Sunny Slope High School. Probably half a mile from Desert View Elementary, where I went to elementary school. Ooh, that stuff gets smooth. My goodness. That is something. I can't wait to put this thing together. I never did one of these pens yet. We'll have to see how it goes. I got to tell you, the instructions are very good on that. Caroline, I remember back in the 60s, we used to go to this place after church called Piccadilly Cafeteria or Piccadilly, something like that. I love that place. They had such good food. Of course, I wouldn't know good food from bad food then, but I sure was a happy kid then. We used to go to Bob's Big Boy, get the Bob's Big Boy sandwich, strawberry pie, all that good stuff. I remember when McDonald's was starting up and they had a McDonald's in town and Big Macs were 19 cents, I think. Or no, hamburgers were 19 cents. Big Macs were 59. And I'm sure you watched Wallace and Ladmo on TV, Caroline, back in the day, right? Wallace and Ladmo was sort of a kids show there. Been a long time. Bigfoot was spotted everywhere, Larry. Just ask the Bigfoot Spotters Club. They're chasing him all over the world. And you know what, Caroline? We're going to get a Buc-ee's in Buckeye this summer. How exciting is that? Oh, really, Monica? Wow. I haven't eaten there since the 60s. My dad had a gas station with his dad on Bethany Home Road and 7th Street, pretty close. The building's still there, but it's not a gas station anymore. Yeah, Piccadilly was amazing. Monica, where are you at in the country? Carrie wants to get, when we get to Phoenix, get all set up, she wants to have one of those day retreats where you pay $40 and you just go for the day and stay there all day and talk and diamond paint and yak and all that kind of stuff. Put one of those together, see what kind of diamond painting crowd we can find in the Phoenix area. Because it's not something you're going to drive 5 hours to go to. I know it's just on the other side of the mountain off the cactuses in 19th. I don't know what that means. I'd have to go figure that out. Man, that thing is getting smooth. Whew. I mean, silky smooth. I mean, at this point here, we're just polishing it. I asked AI, 3 different AIs, how I should finish ebonite. And this is the process we're doing. Lake Charles, Louisiana. I didn't know they had a Piccadilly down there. Yeah, we used to go there after church, Monica. Oh, I love that place. I thought we were big time eating out there at Piccadilly Cafeteria. Ooh, look at that. That is beauty mess. It's going to be a pretty pen. Pretty pen. Okay, let's go. Gotta buff it. Forgot my sequence here. Gotta go buff it. And then we'll wax it. All right, that is, oh man, that thing is like a mirror. I'm getting good at this ebonite stuff. That's pretty cool. Wow, that's pretty cool, Monica. Go figure. I don't know what happened. Mismanagement. All the newer places took them over. Why'd they go out of business? Seems like they had a pretty good deal going. Ooh, that baby is shiny. My goodness. All right, let's take these little bad boys over there and assemble us a very expensive pen. Let me shift the camera back. Ah, here we go. All right. Okay, let's get a little alcohol out here. Kevin, move my alcohol. I'll pour out what he was using. There we go. That's probably enough. All righty. That is definitely enough. All right. Okay. I'm going to wipe my fingers off in this, get them much dirt off as I can. Let's put these guys back in their bag. Whole change is dwindled out. Wow, none left. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. Okay. Here's all the parts to this one. Imagine that's going to go on there. This is the gap between the two. Oh, that looks like it goes up there. No. Oh, that's the bottom part. Oh, I see how this works. Interesting. Wow. It's going to be one fancy little pen here. Dang. Okay. Let me go look at and I'm going to grab these instructions here. I don't see a spring anywhere. Let me show you these instructions here. Golden Corral, been there a couple of times. They got great rolls. Other than that, not too into them. All right. So there's the roller ball symbol. We got the, where's the finial? I guess this is the finial. Oh, that's the top. Okay, so there's the body blank, which is the body. The cap is the shorter one. So we got a long and a tall. So that's the cap. Okay, lay out the parts assigned below. So there's that piece there. The body blank. Okay, so the cap is this is the body blank, and that's the cap. Okay, so the cap is taller. Okay, so there's the body blank. So we got, I don't see a spring anywhere. Is it hidden? There wasn't one in the bag. Let me see if the other kits have a spring. Okay, now the mic's back on. You bet, Joe. You got to do what you got to do, girl. All right, now we're going to push this back on here, get back to where we were. My mic went dead, and then it muted the whole thing. So let me know if you can hear us. Oh, Tim, we cannot something you. There it is. Okay. It's probably Rebecca calling to tell me that my mic is off. But my mic should be on now. Yep, we hear you. Good. All right, now let's get back over here at these options here. All right, so then press the nib coupler. Press the nib coupler. That's that right there. Onto there. Okay, or then we go cap assembly. Okay, so now we got the cap. And the cap's going to go on there likely. Does that need glue too? Let's see. Cap. Oh, yeah, this does get glue. Oh, I see how this works. So this goes down on there. That's pretty cool. Okay, so the cap does not get glue. So we're going to press that on. Who was calling? Rebecca? Oh, Rebecca probably told us we were off. No, okay. I thought she was calling to tell us the sound went off or something. Yeah, give her a chat. Yep, everybody's concerned. They want to hear how bad I'm screwing up. Okay, and that goes in there like that. We're going to push that together. Oh, and this rotates. Oh, the black part stays still and this rotates. That's cool. Okay, now we're going to take this thing here. This is a Schmidt filler deal there, and that's going to go in there. And then this is going to go down on here. Wow. Let me stop sharing. Don't need to see that anymore. So this is how this works. Whoo, look at that baby. Man alive, that is nice. So there's an Ebonite Junior Gentleman, I think it's called. And you take this out there. I guess you don't post it. You could, but it doesn't post very well. So there you go, Momo. A Junior Ebonite pen. Junior Gentleman, I think it's called. Nice, Joe. Look how shiny that sucker is. Not bad for rubber, huh? Man, that I've been liking that. That is one cool pen. And you can see the details in here. They've got like a little powderedness in between those little raised chromey deals. Man, alive. That is nice. Wow. That is, and that thing weighs, man. It's like twice as heavy as a. So, Momo, let me show you some diamond painting ebonite pens we made. Well, I like that. Let me get rid of this super glue. Don't want to screw that up anymore. Yeah, I was just talking about how I was going to figure out how to get this thing apart because I needed to reverse that little trim ring on there, and we figured it out. Took me a second, but we figured it out. Okay, let me put this away. I think Carrie's got her ebonite pens right over here somewhere. Here we go. So, Momo, here are the ebonite diamond painting pens. They need a little bit more polishing up because they've been sitting over there for a little bit, but they're all done in the vases format, which is really crazy, right? They're all the same type. the ebonite. These two are Japanese ebonite. And these three are Indian ebonite. Momo. She asked, "Oh, are you making diamond painting pens in ebonite?" Yeah, and they feel fantastic in your hand. Very warm.
Like you said, the three on the right are
Yep.
India, and the two on the
Japanese ebonite. No, Japanese ebonite. All three of these, and these two are Indian ebonite. Yes. Yeah, this is the beige, the crimson, and the sapphire.
That pen came out nice.
That pen is gorgeous. Look at that. Whoo, baby. Man, I'm liking that pen. Feel that thing. How heavy that is.
Ooh, but I like the coloring, how it comes out.
Yeah, I need a piece of paper. Got a scrap piece of paper over there?
I have tons of
Just any old scrap to scribble, that's all. Beautiful. That'll work. And now we do the final step of the day, a pen test. So let's check our junior pen here. Oh, that's nice. Man, that is, wow. That Schmidt is nice. There's that one. Let's bring these all back here for a test. Beautiful. Chromie deals. What's that mean? Chromie deals? Oh, the ridges on the pen? Yeah. Little chromie deals. Whatever they are. Carrie says, hello, Momo. They are writing beautifully. Man. Very nice. Beautiful. There we go. That is today's excitement. This thing writes like a dream. I have never written with a Schmidt before. But it's got a really nice, it almost has a fountain pen feedback, Joe. Man, that is nice. Woo. All right, everybody. That is the fun for the weekend. This will be our last live making pens for a little while, sadly. But once we get all settled in over there, we will be up and running as fast as we possibly can, as you might imagine I would do. And that will make that happen. But we got a lot of work to do for the next 2 weeks. And then we load up the truck probably on the 11th and 12th, and then out the door and re-emerging in Phoenix. All right, everybody, you guys have a good evening. Thank you very much for being here. And as always, we appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, yeah, Rebecca was calling to tell us about the sound. Yeah. I was busy Twitter painting on what I was going to do with this pen. And then I had some instructions up in front of me on the screen right there. And then once I pulled that aside, I saw everybody going, hey, no sound. I'm like, uh-oh. That's good. We appreciate that a lot. Yeah, Carrie didn't have her phone on. She had to get it all together. But anyway, it was fun this evening. A little bit different than normal. But we will have a wonderful night. And you too, Monica. Thank you, Cindy. We'll see you out there, Cindy, because Cindy is going to be the very first pen turned in Arizona. So it's an Arizona customer and an Arizona pen, and we're going to meet her and probably go live on Facebook or YouTube or something, just so everybody can check us all out in the nice, gorgeous weather. And take pictures. See you around, everybody. Bye-bye.